talked about the 1991 and the 1500, l'essence de distance. This is my first one, the YVRA 1958, because I was always lying about my year of birth, so this is my coming out. And well, this is a very fresh, transparent fragrance. I always had this idea, this is my first fragrance, the fragrance you want to have when you have done a long distance flight, and then after 8 hours you have to queue up for your visa and you feel smelly and sticky, and then you have this first shower in your hotel room, and then you want this transparent freshness which is so powerful, so overwhelming that you really feel at ease again. And this was my first fragrance. I was also helped with two famous noses who advised me a little bit, like Jean-Claude Helena, who said if you put a little bit more of bergamot in it, then you will make a mosquito oil, not a perfume. So my friend who is doing the design of the boxes, and he made a little joke with it, that at the inside of the etiquette you see a dead mosquito with the words "women die for it, mosquitoes too." And then I like, for a niche brand, I think it's important that you show the ingredients you use and you show where they come from. So it really underlines the niche character, I think. I think it's more important than a very heavy tap or a very expensive box. So that's what I do on all my fragrances. So this is number one. Then the number two is more woody, more warm. The first one is perfect for early morning and refreshing. This one is more, well, maybe more romantic, more warm, very comfortable, woody, a lot of guaiac wood. I don't like myself so much the oud, because you almost smell it with your belly. It's too heavy for me. The guaiac wood has this transparency, this menthol-like. When you're in a sauna and you put on the water on the wood, you have this smell of a little bit mentholated aspect. So this is the second one. And the third one was the one we didn't discuss yet at the Fragrantica, which is in honor of Porfirio Rubirosa, who was a very famous playboy. He was what you could say, the master of seduction in the last century, with a lot of his playboy friends like Agnelli, Niarchos, the Aga Khan, and he was only busy with spending money. He always said most men's ambition is to save money, mine is to spend it. And he married twice the richest women in the world. So he had his own airplane, his own polo team. He had lots of Ferraris. And then his friends like Günter Sachs, fellow playboys, Gianni Agnelli, said, you should write about your life because it's so exciting. But he was of course too lazy, too busy with his adventures with Zsa Zsa Gabor, Marilyn Monroe. But he liked very much perfumes, and so he was planning to make his own perfume. The bottles were even made, and he very much liked this scent you have when he filled up the Ferrari. He likes this smell of petrol. So he was already preparing in his mind what to put in the fragrance. And you can, of course, can't put petrol in a fragrance, but you can use the pink pepper, which gives the sensation of petrol. So it's a lot of pink pepper and a lot of patchouli, because he liked to give sort of honor the period in the years, the 60s in Paris. And he liked to have a fragrance which would last all night, so to survive the disco and the late night adventures. That's 1965, that's the year as he died in style like a real playboy. He crashed his Ferrari on a tree in the Bois de Boulogne after winning the World Cup polo. And I even made the little hints about his life in the box, symbolic, that here on top of the box you see the tree and you see the amount of years he lived. This is the year he finished his life. He finished his life at the oak tree in the Bois de Boulogne. So the texture is like of the bark of the tree. So it's full of little details. Then we have our mood boosters. I think every time of the day has its own scent. In the morning it's very fresh. When you are eating your cornflakes or your fruit, you don't want a oud or a heavy rose. So this is 8 o'clock in the morning. It's very fresh. It's very comforting. Then the afternoon mood booster starting around 2 o'clock is more, it has a lot of tea in it and it's more warm, very comfortable smell as well. And then we have 8 o'clock at night. It's more white musk, more romantic, open fireplace. We even have a little hint to what could happen if you use it too much. So there is a message that people who it's dangerous to get addicted, and that the doctor tells you not to use it again because it will affect your sexual life, illustrated with 2 little shoes. There's even a warning here, but that's what you have to find out yourself. It's a little bit a naughty thing. You are obliged to warn people that it's flammable and so on. And we adjusted one little thing, which I'm too scared to explain on a video, but that's what you have to find out yourself.